1992. Bill Clinton sucks wind through a saxophone. 1991. Jet fighters suck smart bombs out of their rock. And all the Kurds get to go home. Because this is history backwards, the wrong hero way. The United States ships Noriega to Panama and installs him as a dictator.
You're getting 30-second count.
30, 30, 29.
The wrong hero is 28 in your direction.
27.
He's not born of
26. 25.
The wrong hero first came to me in 1979.
23.
Seeking therapeutic intervention.
22.
At that time, I explained that
20.
my policy,
19.
that is my presentation,
18.
was unique. And the hero was immediately engageable.
16.
He
15.
wanted to pursue a course
14.
of therapeutic intervention
13.
that followed
12.
the pattern laid down by
11.
Leonov in Primal Scream.
10.
The results, as you will
9.
see, are in fact
8.
startling.
7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Ignition. Ladies and gentlemen, the wrong hero. A vast, vast evil.
I'm the wrong hero. I'm not a comedian. I am an unintelligent alien from outer space who, in his secret identity for a small and impoverished restaurant in a great metropolitan slum, fights an ingloriously finite battle for lies, injustice, and alien overlords. Question: how do you make the Earthman laugh? For it is at that point he exhaled, and I can capture his soul in a bottle. Because alien overlords are stern taskmasters. And now this is the part of the show where the wrong hero asks for something to drink. Bring me something to drink. Telepathy. I have for you a question. Why do skulls smile? Answer: because they no longer have the weight of the world on their shoulders. They no longer have shoulders because they no longer have a world. How do you make the Earthman laugh? I went to the English First rally, even though I couldn't speak English, because I wanted to start some trouble. I walked by a car that had a little sign in the window that said, "No radio." So I broke that window, and I wrote on the back of the card, "No car." I'm the wrong hero. My friends call me Cosmic Master of Space and Time. My enemies call me Stop Puking on My Wife. Just the other day, I was talking to Clark Kent, mild-mannered reporter for a great metropolitan daily. And I said, "Clark, how do you get ahead in the newspaper game when you're a mild-mannered reporter. A mild-mannered reporter. What do? You go up to people and say, "Excuse me, can I have this picture of your dead baby so I can put it on the front page of my newspaper, please?" Music. I wrote my resume. It says, "This is my resume, it's mine, you hear mine? Get your filthy, greasy OTO's hands off it! You monkey." Needless to say, I got the job. I filled out my unemployment form in 4 different colors of ink, and now I get disability. This episode of The Wrong Hero is brought to you by Dial 911 soap, Dual soap, Doll soap, Anti-Ivory soap, and excrement chewing gum. When you feel like shit, chew excrement. Also by try new saccharin flavored Sacramint. When your breath smells like choir boys, choose Sacramint. Also by the penis, made for a woman, but men like it too. And by the Conservative Liberal Motel, where the bellboys are so conservative they wear a tie, but they're so liberal it's a red tie, but they're so conservative it's the old school tie, but they're so liberal they wear it around their waists. The Conservative Liberal Motel. And by the Armageddon Hillbillies. Come and listen to the story about a man named Armageddon, a poor mountaineer who was up for pitch blend. Then one day, when hunting for some lead, he came up to a bunch of pitch blend. Ore, that is. Uranium ore. And by Genocide Junction. Come ride a little train that is rolling down the track to the junction. Genocide Junction. You fill in the rest yourself. And now it is time for the seemingly unremitting bumper sticker segment of the show. L. Ron Hubbard is my co-pilot. I break for biological catastrophes. My car is jealous of your car. My other spacecraft is the Starship Enterprise. Ask me about my particle accelerator. Caution, nuclear reactor on board. Recombinant DNA. We bring things to life. You may have a baby on board, but I have no children and my life is meaningless, so go ahead and run me off the fucking road! And a bumper sticker in Braille. If you can read this, you must be blind. No more music, please. I am tired of dancing. I almost melted. I hate it when people say to me, "Are you all set? Are you all set now, Chief? Are you all set now, Buster? Are you all set now, Bud? All set? All right for you, Buster? All right for you, Chiefy? All right for you, little Shepatano?" No, I'm not all set! What, am I looking at a fucking job wall? No! I'm not all set. I'm angry. I had a job writing children's books. Let's see. First it was Sparky breaks the baby's leg. Then there was Sparky Sets a Fire. Then there was Sparky Causes World War III. Then there was a departure. Winnie the Shit. Needless to say, I got the job. I'm the wrong hero, and my ideas are stupid hemorrhages because I'm not smart enough to have cerebral hemorrhages. I'm the wrong hero, and I don't wear a tie, but when a funeral procession goes by, I unbutton the top buttons of my shirt and pull it over my head out of silent respect for the deceased and also in case the dead guy had some sort of disease. I dream things that never were. Things you never even thought of. Other men look at things and say, what if? I dream things that never were and say, oh my head, I must be hallucinating. Somebody get me out of here. I'm the wrong hero, and there are not too many people in this town who owe me favors. But that too will change.
Tell us about the Indians.
When I get my gun. I'd rather talk about archaeologists. Where'd you get that shirt? Pompeii? People say that the wrong hero doesn't like to be interrupted and is anal compulsive. And I say, I'm not.
Anal expulsive.
People say I'm lost in hallucinations of the 1960s. Dun, 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 dun. They lie. I went to Euro Disney and I hooked up with a really hip Moroccan goofy. We smoked opium together and got a little goofy myself. And I remember the words that Goofy left before I collapsed into a narcotic stupor. Goofy turned to me and with a very serious expression on his face said, the twisted and tortured faces of the obese Americans who come here determined to have form an endless source of amusement to me. And now it's time for the Please, Mr. Gower, You're Hurting My Sore Ear show. Sponsored by Gower's Pharmacy and Bailey's Building and Learn. Last week on Please, Mr. Gower, You're Hurting My Sore Ear. 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 Tune in next week to Please, Mr. Gower, You're Hurting My Sore Ear, when you'll hear, You're nothing but a bitter, frustrated old man. Shut up! My God's the greatest! Only on Please, Mr. Gower, You're Hurting My Sore Ear show. Do you have multiple personalities? Or is it just me? And me, and me, and me, and me, and me, and me. I'm the wrong hero, and I work on the weekends because I don't believe there ought to be a set time for loafing. I'm the wrong hero, and I say, if you sign your own death warrant, be sure and use somebody else's name. I'm the wrong hero, and I say, if your girlfriend is an existentialist, give her a disengagement ring. I'm the wrong hero, and I say, the next time your 3-year-old paints something, turn to him and say, An artist could have done that. I'm the wrong hero and I say, politics is sports for people who are too lazy to run.
Politics are.
The wrong hero says, Polly wants a cracker, to which the natural response is, Polly wants a lesson in syntax and elementary grammar. Here's something to say to your boss. Is it okay if I kill the peasants now, Mr. Big Spear?
I'm awaiting your orders, Grand Poobah! Listen, Conan the Barbarian, your wish is my command! Speak but the word, O Almighty One, and my soul will be healed!
For you, I'll jump through flaming hoops, O wondrous one. You might get fired, but at least you'll have the satisfaction of expressing your honest feelings for once. I'm the wrong hero, and here's my message to the children. Yes, the children. Children young, children old, children middle-aged, children getting child social security, which kicks in at 6.5 years, in which you get to get 1/100th your weight in all-day suckers until you reach the age of 80, in which case you begin to get 1/50th your weight in all-day suckers until you reach the age of 13. My message to the children is this: stay in school. We don't want you around here. I'm doing a campaign to rename Earth Day. I'm going to call it Hostile and Belligerent Alien from Another Planet Day. Just for a change. And I'm going to start a band. And it's going to be called They Were Good Ones. And I'll save a whole lot of money on the publicity. I won't have to do any promo. The name speaks for itself. They were good ones. When they were starving and nobody ever heard of them, they were good ones. And I'll call myself MC Visa. I'm the wrong hero. I'm all ears. Kill me. Oh, kill me. I've never had a normal life. I'm all ears. But I make out like a bandit around Easter time. Money talks, specifically your money. And you know what your money says? Your money says, I want to be in the wrong hero's pocket. Can you hear your money? Can you hear your money whispering in your ear, whispering in the most secret and dark sanctuaries of your inner cerebellum? Can't you hear your money saying, I'm tired of hanging out in this lint bucket?
Hey, I fixed another mic cord. Can I have dinner now?
What are you eating for dinner?
What do you think they got in there in the falafel salad?
Hummus. You all look very intelligent. You don't have drool cascading out of both sides of your mouth, nor does tobacco juice leave a stain from your lower lip down to your scrotum. Keep throwing them pennies! Only a skunk would throw a cent. Does that make the milk shoot out of your nostrils in ecstasy?
That's too close now, shut up.
Thank you for that merry peal of laughter. You know, you don't have to threaten people to get their attention, which is why I declined to threaten to throw a bunch of leeches on you earlier in the show. Because I'm sensitive to the needs of others. I don't call them blacksmiths. I call them smiths of color. I don't use the mobile credit card. I use the mob credit card. It's backed by the mob. The mob. I don't use the gold card. I use the God card. My mother was poor and my father was rich. I used to walk to the country club in my bare feet. I was born in a log mansion. I didn't have my first lobster until I was 18 years of age. Now, would you answer a hypothetical question? I guess not. Does anybody want these record albums?
Bob Seger. Really? You're going overboard here. You know, I got all these bands I have.
We got Dire Straits and Assault and Death.
Oh, great. Rod Stewart.
Tonight's the night. Everything's gonna.
Oh, that was the Man Act. Yes, leave it.
Break.
Break it. Little Feet. Now wait a minute. It's not a good Little Feet album. It's
Down on the farm.
Down in the Cemetery.
Bob Seger.
Yeah.
The Silver Bullet Band. Against the wind. Spotlight baby, Main Street. Come to Papa Shippo. Fool, Mary Lou. Rock and roll. Never burn ass. Night moves. Working on the night moves. Fire down below. Sunburst. I'm being claimed by Satan. Satan is supreme. Lord.
Steroids roll up and down. Bob won't die.
Good night.
There, Mr. Devant-Amrai. I know how it feels exactly. Well, I'm the wrong hero. Alcoholic, drug addict, easy guy to shop for around Christmas time. I
Used to drink, but then I remember how bad I was before I cut down.
And sometimes I get bored with drugs, and I sit around the house and spit on a picture of my brain just to keep in practice. Because every time I drink Budweiser, I see that red bow tie, and I think, man, I used to own a red bow tie like that before I lost my job and had to sell all my clothes because I drank too much Budweiser. Now, my peer tells me we only have 3 minutes, but I know better. I called Bell Telephone and found out the real time. In real time is actually only... Do not ask me to make this simple arithmetic calculation when I'm in the middle of creating great art. But it's actually only a...
Real time has no place here.
Well then, it's time to go to Timothy Leary's Crazy World of LSD. Timothy Leary's Crazy World of LSD. Our prices are drugs. 1 cent per RBG, $15 million for a piece of lint. Come to Timothy Leary's Crazy World of LSD because you don't need drugs. Give them to us. Because at Timothy Leary's Crazy World of LSD, we use drugs in college, but we only use them several thousand times. Marshmallow. We smoked crack, but we didn't exhale. And Timothy Leary's Crazy World of LSD. Try a simple test. Bite into an apple. Tastes good, doesn't it? Now, bite into a hand grenade. Now, you must admit, they both clean your teeth. But an apple tastes better. Now, here's my message to the kids. Kids, stay in school.
We don't want you around here!
Because I'm the wrong hero, and I say, if you were home by now, you'd live here. Here we got Arlo Guthrie in the audience here, and Danny Thomas's grandchild, and let's see what else. Oh, Iron Mike. I'm the wrong hero, but you can call me the utility interface. I'm here to tell you that we must wipe out farmers.
Farmers! Senile coots shackled to rusted tractors who make their wives wear polka dot feed frame sacks!
Out in the corn belt,
And they control the nation's food supply! Whose idea was this? Kill farmers?
and kill Quakers too, because they won't fight back.
And now better kill archaeologists. What good are archaeologists? They go around digging up the bodies of Indians who were too stupid to live. Digging up the Indians lived here 500 years ago. If the red-faced, hell, bare-faced savages did one of these things, and one of the archaeologists picking it up now.
I'd like to thank the staff of the Middle East. One eye.
For being your audience?
Yes, I'd like to thank No Parking Zone sign face for standing on Brookline Street so I could load in my gear. I'd like to thank Cerebral Palsy. He's very smart. And Stupid Palsy. He's a real pal. I'd like to thank Embryo Forehead, Dopey, Sneezy, Bashful, Hercules next to the soundboard, Atlas, and Samson for holding up the bag. I'm the wrong hero, and I'm a superhero, but I'm not Superman. I'm not super. I'm not super. I'm not even I'm a superhero who pretends to be a soldier so I can smoke in hospitals. I pretend to be a doctor so I can double park in front of a police station. And I pretend to be a policeman so I can play army man. What is the difference between an action movie and an action comedy? In an action comedy, the policemen are stupid. I'm the wrong hero and I say,
Use your initiative! And that's an order! Enough!
I went.
Enough!
I've got falling man syndrome. Thank you. You're beautiful when I hurt you. Topless lunch. They had a bottomless cup of coffee. I didn't know which way to turn. So I went to Sturbridge Village. But a bad crowd had taken over that day. Yes, they were Puritan juvenile delinquents. They went joyriding in colts, real colts. They were chewing Red Man, colt, a real Red Man, colt. They were sitting around a distillery, sniffing rum. They were hitting Indians, turkey drumsticks. Then they came up, turkey drumsticks,
To an ox cart.
turkey drumsticks.
Hey, look! Nice ox cart.
Turkey drumsticks.
All right, let's go!
Turkey drumsticks. I'm the wrong hero. People resent me because
because I try to act white. So I'm going to change my name to the wrong X. It's my slave name. You better X-ray specs for this special X-ray spec. I can actually see through your white hypocrisy. Because there's nothing new under the sun. It's probably old and burned. And somebody's trying to sell it at a garage sale somewhere. Why do parents buy their children goldfish?
Silence!
What kind of object lesson is this? To see this half-dead carp in
None
a
that you could
tiny
teach.
bowl with a big string of shit on it. That's gonna teach the kids a hell of a lot about life and death. Little Smitty's floating face down the next morning. Is he dead? No, now he's a flounder.
We're going to Phil's Corner after the gig. Where are you going?
I'm going to a Weight Watchers meeting. I'm going to
Yes, a
stand
good idea.
outside and leave chocolate flavored fart in the vestibule. Because I'm the wrong hero. I want to have kids, but I think I'm going to have to work my way up. So I've been thinking about adopting a midget. If all the pedestrians in Boston were laid end to end, I'd run over them too. When I die, I'm going to life sink. I'll look like I'm living, but actually I'll be dead. Much like Bill Donahue. I've had all sorts of setbacks in my miserable and short career. I borrowed Superman's car because I had to get to an important gig. It turned out it was in its Clark Kent identity, and it would only go 55 miles an hour. I'm sure you're all just dying to know about how I started drinking. Well, here it is. For the first time anywhere, I was stranded in the Swiss Alps. Suddenly, an avalanche. When I wake up, a familiar, friendly, furry face, my pal, the St. Bernard, with a barrel of, I must say, a very tasty liquid in his little barrel. So I had a drink, and it was tasty, and I had another! 2 weeks later, the rescuers found me, surrounded by yellow snow and 50 St. Bernards. I'm the wrong hero. I used to think the moon was following me around.
Hey.
Now I know it's only following my friends. Like Eric Marty.
Have you got any?
No, I say, join the Green Party, like I did. I joined the Green Party, but they kicked me out after a week because of my slogan that I came up
Time's
with.
up.
Microwave earthy.
She really looks that way?
What's this, another country heard from? Hey, listen, Bruce Johnson.
Hey, we're all ego-starved teenagers here, man. Come on.
Oh, I see. You're appealing to my better nature. Don't you know how to know? You are beginning to annoy me. I don't like your attitude.
Bye.
You're beginning to make me.
Time's up.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have just heard from a communique from planet King I. Where's the music?
Oh, you want music?
Music, please.
Wait. You got this tape all queued up, right?
No.
Rolling. There you go.
Hi, Chiefy. How you doing, big fella? Hey there, Googie. Hi, Pumpkin. Dear Heart. Big fella.
She's my girl, and that's what it was last night.
I said Googie. Googie, Googie, Gaga. Woo, big human things. Stop. They voted me scapegoat of the year. They're mad at me because I won't accept the award. And now they all blame me because I'm the wrong hero. I just had a stupid hemorrhage because I'm not intelligent enough to have a cerebral hemorrhage. We'll be auctioning off the blood later. It's AB negative, a very rare type. Some of the world's greatest philosophers have said that people who tell the truth are not very popular. I agree. So let's kill them. All three of them. They're probably all in the same room. I'm the wrong hero. I'm here to tell you that the sun ain't so hot. Ice isn't all that it's cracked up to be. It's ice! It's fucking ice! It's $1 worth of water! Frozen water! Frozen water is covered with legal coliform bacteria! Are you with me on this? Very well. The wit of language is inferior to the wit of ideas. What the hell is that supposed to mean? Now, some of the wrong heroes' sayings. Hiccups are the laughter of fools. In the future, people will say things like, your car's computer just told me that you're drunk. You're fired. Because steel robots are a plot by iron and coal to enslave us. This segment of The Wrong Heroes brought to you by Anti-Ivory Soap.
Anti-ivory soap.
It doesn't float, it sinks to the bottom of the fucking tub. It's not white, it's jet black.
Jet black. Why is
It's
jet
99 and 44% impure. It's a big stinking heaping mass of stuff. But it's really good for your skin. And that's why we call it anti-ivory soap. This segment is also brought to you by God Whistle. Don't go anywhere from Exotic Nepal to downtown Minneapolis without your own very personalized God Whistle. A special whistle only he can hear. I'm getting better. I'm no longer afraid that Superman is watching my every move. But I still sleep with a kryptonite pillow, just in case. I have a heart of ice, which is hollow, and in the center, a penguin lives there. And every morning I look in the mirror and I say to that penguin, "Give back my fucking tuxedo, you moocher! You moocher! I taught my dog not to drink from the toilet. Now he pees in the sink. He sets a bad example for the kids. So we got rid of it. And now the dog is finally happy. Happy because we live in the forest now. And he still eats better than I do. Yesterday was a special day. It was my dog's birthday. He was 21, so I gave him his first beer. And he got so excited, he ate the entire cake and the candles, and then he turned on me. He took me to small claims court. How many people here are actually not from Boston besides Eric Motti, who keeps on jumping in front of everything, and he's from Lawrence, Massachusetts? Anybody here not from Boston? I know there's a few people from Philadelphia here. Let me tell you about Boston. Boston is the one place in the world where people on the subways brag about their cars. Oh, I got the Lamborghini over there. Gee, I got a little scratch on the front fender. I want to get buffed up by my man. It's a great place, though. I wasn't born in Boston. I was born on Easy Street. But then we had to move. And it was hard because we moved to Hard Street. I was used to Easy Street, so it was hard. On Easy Street, I would ask my father for 5 cents so I could buy some bazooka gum. On Hard Street, I'd ask my father for $100 so I could buy a bazooka. On Hard Street. I'd like to sing a folk song for you. It's called, "For God's sakes, won't you please give me a handout?" That's all I got right now. You know, you can't argue with success. Even when you win, you lose. Because if you win, you're a success. And you can't argue with success. Because then you'd be arguing with yourself. Right? Wrong, right? Wrong. See what I mean? You can't argue with success. Speaking of which, worship dolphins, but if dolphins are so smart, where's their rocket ship? Where's their bottle rockets? Where's their bottlenose dolphin rockets? If they're so smart. How come if dolphins are so smart, the only time you ever see them is when they're in a cage? Keep telling yourself, don't be afraid, this is Cambridge. On the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Don't be afraid, Cambridge. Everybody here is as healthy as an ox. They have flies in their ears, worms in their bellies, and they smell like raw sewage. Yeah. I'm the wrong hero, and I wrote myself a letter, and it said, "Dear me, you're great. Signed, the wrong hero." I wrote myself back. I said, "Dear wrong hero, I enjoyed your letter so much, I read it several times. I read it especially the part about me. Signed, me. I hate it when you go into stores and the clerk looks down on you because you're not an encyclopedia of the product that the store you happen to be going to happens to deal with. Like, you go to a hardware store, you're made to feel like Joe Shit the Rag Man just because you don't know what a fucking lug wrench is. I like to go up to these people and say, "Oh, excuse me, Owen Wrighton one, for not having a PhD in aerodynamics like you undoubtedly do, and that's why you're waiting for $4.25 an hour. It's some dismal backwash." But can I have some help around you? My friend is a garbage man. His head is made of eggshells. His heart is made of coffee grounds. He never goes out on dates much, but that too will change when he hits the mega bucks. I'm the wrong guy. If it works, but it just might be crazy. Like for instance, I tried to steal an anteater from the zoo, but they caught me at the door because it kept licking my belly and making me laugh as I attempted to smuggle it out under my shirt. Don't you hate it when that happens? Some people would say the wrong hero represents naked, unmasked aggression. I am fully clothed, masked aggression. Thank you. A wise man once imparted me some unforgettable words of wisdom, which are so unforgettable that when I impart them to you, you too will say, a wise man once imparted to me some unforgettable words of wisdom. Namely, Sept is both a breath mint and a candy mint. There, I said it! Now wasn't that a wise man? Just two more things. Is Rhode Island a road or an island? Make up your mind, okay? You ever notice how on the highway, late at night, when you've been driving about 500 miles, the cars and trucks begin to sound like animals? Like the diesel truck going up a hill sounds like a cow? That's the last sound you hear before you go cascading off the side of a cliff. Well, when I'm driving down the road at 78 miles an hour, my car sounds like a chattering little squirrel. In fact, it's sort of like this. Yeah, I left a can of Nutrisystem diet plan on the dashboard and turned into pudding. I have a question for you. Why do clowns wear big shoes? Answer? So they can stay up after I punch them. Do we have a volunteer from the audience? I didn't think so. Because I'm the wrong hero. My biggest ambition in life is to leave cappuccino farts on David Letterman's sofa. I just want to sneak a couple little ones on one cheek while Dave is off yakking about the latest product. So like, oh God, what's that? Oh, Paul, come here at once. That's all I want to do. And then I can die a happy man. I gave my cat a birthday present. I took her to the dog show. I thought she might like it. This year, I don't plan to celebrate Christmas. I plan to celebrate anti-Christmas. Yes, I plan to steal your toys and drag them off to my junkyard in hell, where my twisted, freakish, midget, dwarf slaves throw them into a big bonfire, and I dance around it, laughing, ha ha ha. All the little kids' toys are burning to a crisp, burn. Because I don't believe in Christmas. I believe in the wrong hero. But you are beginning to bore me. You made me nervous. And do you want to know why? Because you're And now, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Wayne Robinson. I'm Wrong Hero. In Japanese, Ranjiro. In Chinese, Ranjo Hero. In Taiwanese, Yankee Go Homo. I'm the Wrong Hero, and I'm important. I'm so important, I don't have to do the usual ingratiate yourself to the audience schmear that other stage performers feel impelled to do at every possible opportunity, so to ensure that their audience does not slowly dwindle away into a massive, insignificant nothingness, a mere dwindling speck, bewildering in all its vacuity. I'm the Wrong Hero, and I'd like to quote from the famous English playwright John Webster. Crows batten best in hard times. Why not I in these dog days? Thank you. Michael, would you play the tape? I would like to do a little dance.
Brilliant.
That was good.
Right? Yeah.
I'm the Wrong Hero.
Okay, Michael. Play it.
I took aspirin to kill the butterflies in my stomach. I'm the Wrong Hero, and I have a question for you. Are you all ears? Well then, turn around so I can kill you, because if you're all ears, then life is not worth living. Makes it hard to get dates when you're all ears. Where do you put your subway tokens? Next to your eardrum? When you're all ears. Yes, I think it would be very difficult to hand the subway attendant a token with the cilia on the surface of your earlobe, because that's what you have to do if you were all ears. Michael, enough of the music. I'm the Wrong Hero, and I went to the Fox Network with the Brady Bunch in Canada. Alice is a moose. Also a small city in the Yukon Territory. Call Alice. Halloween is coming. I am going to wear an exotic costume. Exotic for me. I am going to wear the costume of a guy who gets laid frequently. And at no cost to himself. Columbus Day, Halloween, Election Day. My heart! I can't take it anymore! When will this misery I'm not a bum, but when I find the guy who spits like a quarter, I'm going to murder him. Right after I take care of the son of a bitch who spits like a silver dollar. I have a drinking problem. What is the square root of a whiskey sour? Answer, Rolling Rock Life. I don't believe in happy hour. I believe in angry hour. Where the bartender is Mike Tyson and the maitre d' sticks you with cocktail toothpicks from the hors d'oeuvres. Only at angry hour. We're already looking forward to the 1996 presidential campaign, and Bill Weld is going to be a candidate, and I have a slogan for him. If you can't be a soldier, be a solder with weld. You know, Dan Quayle's going to appear in a movie. It's going to be called Cause Without a Rebel. I watched Ronald Reagan at the Republican convention through a pair of yellow sunglasses. Yes, that's right. I saw a fossil crystallized in amber. Made me feel plasticine. How's the definition of the word liberty?
More people's heads there, Francis. Not so many archaeologists in here.
Oh, okay, sorry. Well, you know, I hate archaeologists because all archaeologists do is go around picking up shit that dead people left here 500 years ago. And if these dead people who are now dead, it shows how smart they are, didn't learn these things, then why are they going around picking them up now? One was junk even the Indians had no use for. And we're going around picking up and putting it on shrines. Anyway, liberty means that you're free from the things that you don't like and slaves to the things that you do like. I'm the wrong hero. I stand for defiance of authority, destruction of property, and people taking their clothes off. Preferably all at the same time.
Begin from within.
That's right, bore from within. You can't make them yawn with your tedious effusions by attacking the outsides of their ears. Bore from within! I had a boring machine. I bored all the way to Tiananmen Square and rescued several protesters, but they all got lost in the Earth's molten core, so it was a tragedy. I'm the wrong hero. I'm always in the way, because I'm always in the wrong place at the wrong time, and everything I do is wrong. When I go into Bread and Circus and ask for something, they always say, paper or plastic? And I like to say, pour it in my hand, starving wench! I think we need some music at this juncture.
Welcome to the slow and stupid hour. Tonight on Slow and Stupid, we'll be presenting Adlai Stevenson holograms. Miss Lillian Carter talks about her experiences in the Peace Corps. Jerry Lewis refuses for the 10,000th time to explain why the hell he's so interested in muscular dystrophy. Only on the Slow and Stupid Hour.
I like to do my impression of a speedometer. It's bound to please. Yeah, my big toe is scraping the tarmac like Fred Flintstone at the Indy 500. I hate Ohio. Ohio, home of Akron, Ohio, the rubber city. Come to Akron, or on the other hand, just stick your mouth over an exhaust pipe for 8 seconds and you'll be like you're in Akron, Ohio. What else is Ohio good for? Alcoholic ex-astronaut senators, bunch of boring presidents from the 19th century. Pete Rose, and Pete Rose. On one side, boring corrupt presidents. On the other, Pete Rose. Oh, looks like it's Pete Rose by a squeaker. Thanks for that interaction bullshit. You know, I bought my dog a Christmas present. I put a bullion tube in the toilet bowl. And then it was the dog's birthday. So for a special treat, I took him to the cat show and let him run wild for about 15 minutes. And then I took him home and I gave him his first beer. Because he was 21 years old, which is 3 years in human years. And he became so excited that he ate the birthday cake, and he ate the birthday candles, but not before he set the house on fire. So now we live in the forest. And you know something? That darn dog still eats better than I do. Don't you hate it when that happens? Columbus Day. What are we celebrating? Columbus as the lousy navigator. You know, he was trying to find India. What if he found India? Then we'd have chutney-eating cowboys. Oh, get along there, little doggy, stop. The New York Times says on its front page, all the news that's fit to print. So I wrote them a letter and said, Dear New York Times, I hate you. Print that! And sure enough, their next masthead read, Dear New York Times, I hate you. Print that. I'm the wrong hero. I like to insult people's fathers by calling them ace. But I have to acknowledge the debt we owe to those who built this country. Let us all acknowledge the debt we owe to those who built this country. And then let us destroy them so we don't have to pay them. I won't pocket the money. It'll be the easiest thing he says to me every day. I was down in Australia, and a homeless Aborigine asked me for a shilling. So I scorched him with my jetpack.
You don't got a jetpack. Quit yanking on that cord.
Quit yanking on my chain. I followed Jim Croce's advice. I put time in a bottle, and it rotted, and now everything in the refrigerator smells like time. Smells like time. Smells like time. Smells like time. I have a question for you. Shouldn't Merit cigarettes be cheaper at a Merit gas station? And shouldn't people who smoke Newport cigarettes on the streets of Newport, Rhode Island be arrested for arson? And when a bum comes up to you and asks you for a Cambridge, do you say to him, no thanks, I already got one. Got one. I already got one. I already got one. Do you ever get so desperately lonely and full of self-loathing and the inability to go outside even for a minute that you sit and you watch nothing but television all day long, all day, all night, night after night, until you're reduced to assessing the comparative merits of episodes of Casper the Friendly Ghost. That was a 1945 famous studios Casper. The details are much more crisply articulated, and it's obvious that there were some master technicians who work here. Oh, this is one of the inferior 50s Caspers. No go. Oh, it's one of the execrable 60s Caspers. Turn off the set. Let's watch Green Acres. No! The Beverly Hillbillies. There's always one good joke on the Beverly Hillbillies. Let's watch that. Maybe Granny will blow on a bottle of gin water with gigantic string bass. Me neither. Has anybody seen Orson Swindle? Ross Perot's campaign manager. His big bloated face, one half of it looks like John Connolly, the other half looks like mean old Mr. Potter from It's a Wonderful Life. All right.
Oh, he's gonna relax here.
This will be the joke-o-meter. My brain is fat and weighs 3.5 pounds. That is not an exaggeration, but a statement of fact. A new canary brightens the home, but I'll take the cash. I had a mafia parrot, but he wouldn't talk. Somebody gave me the evil eye, and I still haven't given it back. No mason has ever been hung, but I tore the tassel off a Shriner's fez and threw it in his fat face, causing a mini car. Bad things come in threes, so two of my friends will be coming here to rough you up after the show. I'll just leave you with this final bit of parting advice. Instead of digging your grave with your teeth, why not use somebody else's teeth? I'm the wrong hero. Now perhaps Wayne would like to come up and sing us a song. Wayne, would you like to come up and sing us a song?
Play me a bass obligato so I can dance, Joel. Oh, I don't know, just do a little... That's like 10 times faster than anybody would think to. Thank you, Joel. That was Joel Bill. Let's give him a hand. Joel Bill. And I'm the wrong hero. You know, sometimes I get to thinking about Superman. What if Superman wasn't smart? What if instead of calling himself Superman, he decided to call himself Weirdly Human Thing from Another Planet Man? Be a hell of an insignia. It would look like a W. It would stand for Wrong Hero. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Joel. Just disconnect that, Joel. Try not to get electrocuted from the ginger ale, which I spilled there in anticipation of your request. Hi, this is my little friend Tripod Jimmy, here to tell you some important things about how to hold a microphone. Tripod Jimmy says this is the wrong way. This, says Tripod Jimmy, is the right way. Never listen to people who tell you to start living in the real world. When they tell you to start living in the real world, what they're really saying is, why don't you live in my fucked up world, which I made for myself. I made my bed. No, I don't want to lie in it. I want to make you miserable too. So live in my world, my real world. The English philosopher Mick Jagger said, "Time is on my side." But the American philosopher Jim Croce said, "There never seems to be enough time." Which one is correct? I'll get back to you on that. My dad is a meat and potatoes man. His head is made of steak and his arms are made of French fries. And my brother's a garbage man. His heart is made of eggshells and his soul is made of coffee grounds.
Yeah, wow.
I'd like to give you my forecast for the coming year. January, slush. February, frost. April, whoops, sorry, I missed one. March, killing winds. April, rain. May, Mayday. June bugs. July, black flies. August, mosquitoes. September, beer ticks. October, itchy sweaters. November, starving yourself for 24 days so you can eat like a pig to the point of exhaustion on Thanksgiving. December, overindulged children. That's my forecast for the year. Now I'd like to introduce a debate topic. Be it resolved that Hunter S. Thompson gives drug users and handgun advocates a bad name. For the affirmative, the wrong hero, as soon as I go home and get my Magnum. My dog is my best friend. All of my best friends shit in the corner, kill chickens, and beg for treats with their genitalia exposed. No, but I want to tell you something. I'm the wrong hero, and I don't believe in mouthwash. What does mouthwash do? It kills all the weak germs in your mouth. So you got a mouthful of dead germs, a mouthful of healthy germs. What good is mouthwash? Whenever Mike tells me to do something, I'm all ears. Yes, I'm all ears. Kill me, kill me. I've never had a normal life because I'm all ears. I'm just a gigantic ear.
He's got new shoes. He's got new shoes. He's being overpaid for this.
When I get home, my dog jumps for joy because he knows that I'm about to put a bullion cube in the toilet bowl for him. I have a story about a dog, a cat, and a hamster that could talk, and the cat warned about an electrical fire in the wall, and the dog said, don't listen to the cat's just jealous, and the hamster said, why don't you get rid of those two pets and pay more attention to me? But the story has no point, so I won't tell it. Instead, I will tell you the story of the art festival, to which I took a picture of money. They sold me a picture of a painting, so I went back home and I got my picture of a gun. I was met at the door by a man who was holding the picture of a policeman. So I went home and I put on my picture of a hunting jacket. And there's no point to this story either. When I have a kid, I think I'll name him Tiger Balm, or Acidophilus, or Rico Suave, or Superman. Yes? It'll be a boy named Superman. And when I have a kid, I'm going to name him Bill, or Jack, or John, or anything but Superman. Dad, while you were gone, I had to fight off all the kids in the neighborhood. The constant kryptonite taunts, you just wouldn't believe. Everybody pushed me around, called me Clark Kent, made me wear thick horn-rimmed glasses, assumed I was a coward. All because you named me Superman. And I better have a kid soon because the kid that I don't have is missing all the good movies. You know, kids are sort of like pets who make irrational demands. I'm the wrong hero, and I'm high class. How can you tell? I throw Michelin sandwich wrappers out the window of my car. People were always trying to keep up with the Joneses. I ran away from the Joneses because I trashed their lawn. Because what kind of un-American name is Joneses anyway? What kind of weird foreign-sounding name is Jones? I'm the wrong hero, and when I see old friends, the first thing they say to me is, here's that money, like I said. Can I sleep on your floor tonight? I'm the wrong hero, and people often ask me, wrong hero, why do you wear a dress? And I say, this is Cambridge and protective coloration. Speaking of clothing, I hate
Esprit. Esprit clothing. All these technocrat women pulling down 25K analysis. Wearing these clothes that make them look like olive oil. What are they gonna do? Go on an expedition to the island of Gourd Island? You gotta have a computer analyst wearing these olive oil looking clothes in case these lusty sailors decide to take her on Tail Hook Part 2.
You know, a man once said to me, there are plenty of books about suicide, but why are there no books on how to live? So I killed him, and I took his car, and as I was driving down the road, I said to myself, man, that's living. I'm the wrong hero, and I bought a car for one good reason. I was sick of walking around with a giant cockroach carapace and telling my friends that I owned a Volkswagen. By the way, Halley's Comet? It's not Halley's Comet, it's mine. Thank you. Canada has a literacy rate of 100%, but they have nothing to write about.
Dear Mom, it snowed. Love, Pierre.
I'm the wrong hero, and the future is so bright, I had to go out and buy a gigantic umbrella. I'm the wrong hero, and my comical philosophy is, the only thing worse than prison is hard work. I'm the wrong hero, and I say, women who like football are like rednecks who pretend to like Spike Lee. I'm the wrong hero, and I'm homeless. But at least I don't have to pay renter's insurance. These jokes hit both ways, you know. I saw a homeless man, and you know what he was doing? He was teaching his dog how to beg.
It's a franchise.
My father said, work in a restaurant and you'll always eat. And I said to him,
What if I work in a coffee house? Will I always be nervous?
he said, it about looks that way, son. My father said, nature abhors a vacuum. And I said to him, better start calling me nature, Mr. Nothing. I'm the wrong hero, and I'm here with my plea. Stop killing each other. Let's all turn on farmers instead. Because farmers control the nation's food supply. 10,000 senile coots lashed to rusted tractors in the corn belt. Control your destiny, and you're probably waste in the stew. I'm the wrong hero, and I said, when are teenage drug users going to grow up and take their medicine? As the beloved entertainer Red Skelton once said, play the game or die. Maybe that was the Red Skull. I get them mixed up, you know. I'm the wrong hero, and I spray paint my name on chain link fences. When an epileptic falls into a swimming pool, I throw in a load of wash. And I'm always sure to tip my prosthetic device at a jaunty angle when newsmen come to take the inevitable photographs of my deformities. I hate people who order medium jumbo shrimp. Make up your mind, will you? I hate people who have the now account. I have the no account because that's what I am. I'm the wrong hero. I have some advice to the young people out there who might be influenced by my ravings. Push people out of the way now while you're still strong enough to get away with it, And kids, stay in school because we don't want you around here. I'm the wrong hero, but some men call me Shayman. Especially after the show. They come up to me and say, "Shay, man, that wasn't very funny. Shay, man, want a drink? Shay, man, you must be out of your mind. Your mind. And it's all because when I came to this planet, I assumed that everybody was equal. But then I discovered there's the lower class, the middle class, and the upper class. So when you go to your lower class family and say, "I think I would like to be a lawyer," they say, "The alderman down the street needs a bag man. Why bother? Why bother? Why bother? Why bother? Why bother?" And when you go to the middle class household and say, "I'd like to be a doctor," they tell you, "There's a new butcher shop opening up down the street. Why don't you get a job there?" And when you're upper class and you tell them that you want to be a lawyer, they say, "Why bother? Delaware? Ours." I'm the wrong hero. And this episode of The Wrong Hero was brought to you by The Adventures of Super God. Mild-mannered, omniscient being by day. By night, this mild-mannered deity for a great Western civilization goes out to avenge beleaguered gods all over the world as Super God. I wrote my resume on a nest of fire ants. Took it to the office. My resume reads, "This is my resume. Do you hear? It is mine. Get your filthy hands off me. Needless to say, I got the job. As wrong hero. And now this brief word about the Mask of Destiny. Hitler, Cleopatra, Marilyn Monroe, John F. Kennedy, Bobby Kennedy, Frank Sinatra, Peter Lawford, all these famous individuals and more, like Albert Einstein, Wernher von Braun, and William Webster, have one thing in common. They wore the Mask of Destiny. That's right, the Mask of Destiny. And only for $20 can it be yours. $20. Just put it in my hand, but no, wait, it's the Mask of Destiny. I must hang on to it. This episode of The Wrong Hero is also brought to you by the penis. Made for a man, but women like it. Strong enough for a woman, but men like it too. And by Malcolm X-ray specs. Your eyes will widen, perhaps open, as you actually appear to see through white hypocrisy with Malcolm X-ray specs. And by the Clark Kent Kent School of Mild-Mannered Journalism. Next time your neighbor's cat gets stuck in a tree, call on the Clark Kent School of Mild-Mannered Journalism. He'll solve the problems he's reporting on because he's Clark Kent and it's his mild-mannered school of journalism. This episode of The Wrong Hero was also brought to you by Santa Claus Death Candy. Buy it or the fat man dies. Buy it or the fat man dies. I'm not kidding now. I am an itchy trigger finger. I'll tell you one thing. Buy it or the fat man buys it. Do you hear? He's eating us out of house and home. And recombinant DNA. We bring things to life. This episode of The Wrong Hero was also brought to you by the Please Mr. Potter, You're Hurting My Sore Ear show. But now, you are beginning to bore me. You make me so nervous I must monitor surf.
Francis, you know you're not supposed to be monitoring me. All right? All right.
All right. You are beginning to bore me. You make me nervous. And do you want to know why? Because you're
Good evening. Tonight, for your pleasure, we present The Wrong Hero.
Where's that hat?
Music?
People say to me, Wrong Hero, I don't like your attitude. And I say to them, I'm sorry, if you I'm the wrong hero, right? Wrong. Because I'm wrong. Wrong hero. Anybody want this? It's my first EP. It was manufactured in Switzerland. On the Cheesy label. Drummer Kenny over here, he knows all about foreign labels. What about that Australian label you were on? The Dingo Pelt label. Hey, I hear you guys played at Abo Hut down in Australia. You know? You ever been to Abo Hut? Follow the trail of ants to Abo Hut. Please leave boomerangs at the front door. Most major credit cards and Dingo Pelts accepted. So how are you, boss? How you doing, Chief? Hey there, Shepatano. What's up, little lady? Yeah. My father said, if you always want to eat, work in a restaurant. And I said, what if I always want to be nervous? Should I work in a coffee house? This is the pits, literally. I wanted to work in the kitchen, but I didn't go to vocational school. I say, enough of the mindless violence. Let's have some intellectual violence for a change. I say, let's take back the world from the people who have raped it and who are destroying it. Let's take back the world from those people so that we can rape it and destroy it for a change. Because people who tell the truth are never very popular. So it's all three of them. They're probably in this room. I'm the wrong hero, and I'm against the drugs. I no longer take drugs. I got a prescription. Now it's medicine. I'm the wrong hero, and I like to go to Weight Watchers meetings and leave chocolate-flavored farts in the vestibule. And now I would like to tell you some funny stories and in the process use you as a human shield. Why do clowns have big shoes? So they can stay up after I punch them. That's all right, you can hit it right. Small minds ask the same small questions over and over and over again. Don't they? Don't they? Don't they? Don't they? I wasn't smart enough to have a cerebral hemorrhage, so I had a stupid hemorrhage instead. I'm inventing a line of cruel greeting cards. Cards which the outside flap says, "So you're a hopeless addict." And when you open up the card, the inside says, "Good luck on finding a connection." I'm the wrong hero, and I say we should drop a nuclear device on Antarctica. So the penguins there, for once in their life, could fly. They could fly! My girlfriend's an existentialist. I gave her a disengagement ring. She said to me, "What do you think of when we're making love?" And I said, "Oh, I'm thinking of the way you used to look 15 years ago.
Of course, what I was really thinking was, they have a bucket full of hot wings at a KFC for $9.99. You ever read the horoscopes in the Boston Globe and then read the same horoscope in the Boston Herald? Capricorn, Boston Globe. You will inherit a yacht. Boston Herald. Hit the megabox. Boston Globe. You will buy an expensive foreign car. Boston Herald. You won't pass inspection. I'm the wrong hero. Someone came up to me and said, you know, there's plenty of books on how to commit suicide, but how come there's no books on how to live? So I killed him. And I took his car, and I said, man, that's living. I like to do an impression for you. A speedometer. I was driving my car late at night, hallucinating, going down the road. And you know, when you've been driving all night, the cars start to sound like animals. That big old diesel truck starts to sound like a cow going. And then you go cascading off the side of a cliff. My car sounds like a cute, chattering little squirrel at 78 miles an hour. It's like,
Drum roll. The police.
check.
Synchronicity.
Check.
I'm in synchronicity.
Check.
That feels so good. Oh, did anybody want this? Look, there's... one song. Are we operational?
Good. I'm not going to work these non-union gigs anymore. I think that folk music is every bit as oppressive as the injustices it is attempting to eradicate. Bob Dylan charges $80 for a concert in Madison Square Garden with Eric Clapton and Neil Young. You know what I feel like saying to Bob Dylan? Bob, you can't play the guitar for shit. And for that matter, you ain't even a poet. I was driving down the street. Actually, it was a schoolyard. Actually, I was driving 70. Policeman pulled me over and said, boy, you were doing 70. Now why is that? And I said, I'm sorry, but I was pretending that the accelerator was a policeman's head because I was sucking on a cube of LSD and I wanted to get home before I melted. Officer Coffee and Donuts, sitting and kicking your ass in a Dunkin' Donuts at 4 in the morning, sir. And he said, okay, we'll let it go this time. I saw an old man with a fedora hat doing 55 in the passing lane on the highway, and he had this cute little bumper sticker on the back of his car that said, ask me about my grandchildren. So I ran that cute old man off the road, because my car had a bumper sticker that said, "It's not your grandchildren who endanger my safety. It's you I want to ask about." My house was built over the site of an Indian village. How do I know? Maybe it's the peyote buttons in the shape of bingo markers that tipped me off. I walked into a bank and a dime fell out of my pocket. And I said, "Whoa there, little brother, get back in there. You're with the big boys now." One time I was walking down the streets of Newport, Rhode Island, and smoking a Newport and pretending it was Newport, Rhode Island. And then I did the same thing in Cambridge. But the people of Benson and Hedges ran me out of town. When I go to a restaurant, sometimes the waiter will address himself to you by name. He will say, "Hello, my name is Jeffrey. Today's special is braised rack of lamb and a complimentary visit to our salad bar." And I like to say to him, "My name is Feed Me and Live, with a complimentary visit to hell if you fail to heed my advice." When I see my dog, he jumps for joy. That's because he knows I'm going to put a bullion cube in the toilet bowl. My dog used to drink out of the toilet bowl, but I broke him of that disgusting habit. Now he pisses in the sink. It sets a bad example for the children, so we got rid of the children. And we live in the forest now. And you know something? That darn dog still eats better than I do. You know, the dog turned 21 recently. That was 3 in human years, and so I gave the dog a little birthday party. Cake, candles, and as a special treat, his very first beer. Well, you know something? He got so excited. He ate the cake, he ate the candles, he set the house on fire. I just don't know what to do about that darn dog. You know, they say a dog's your best friend, and I said, yes. Yep. All of my best friends piss in the corner, kill chickens, and beg for treats with their genitalia exposed. You know, I have no quarrel with the Iranian dictator. It's the Iranian people I'm after. I have a message for the kids. Kids, stay in school, because we don't want you around here. Are you in awe of me? Because this is A&W. No, it's A&W cream soda. What's in it? Don't ask. What is this? A set from Quincy or something? He's dead, Quincy. I know. Hey, cool it, Quincy. Here's your next sister. I don't even want to surprise my God. Get out and go with a bureaucrat. Jack, I'm mad as hell and I can't take any more Cartman ass. Quincy alert. How many minutes will it be into an episode of Quincy before he says, God damn, we're going to get to the bottom of this no matter what? 6 minutes. 6 minutes into the show, Quincy decides, there's a big cover-up going on here. We're going to milk this damn situation to the last drop of its dramatic potential until we get to the bottom of this. So, Tony Randall,
obsessively takes all the operating instruments and puts them away in the wrong places. Malpractice suits. Find Tony Randall. God damn it, Tony, your persnickety ways have totally ruined my reputation. I have to act as a second-rate corner on a third-rate television show. Some people say you gotta keep up with the Joneses. I am trying to run away from the Joneses because I trashed their lawn. Because what kind of funny, weird, oddball name is Jones anyway? Well, Mr. Jones, I would love to oblige to you, but I don't like your kind around here. You know, Smith. Driving up the property value. Enforcing the no parking sign. Manufacturing your own little tickets in your clandestine basement cubby hall and slapping them on cars that aren't from the neighborhood. This episode of The Wrong Hero is brought to you by Santa Claus Death Candy. Buy it, or the fat man dies. Buy it, or the fat man dies. Buy it. Well, Simon, buy it. I'm not kidding now. Kids, the choice is yours. Santa Claus Death Candy. And by the Class Warfare Shopping Mall. Here's the kind of courteous service you can expect in the Class Warfare Shopping Mall. Hi, I'm a member of the lower classes. Can you help me? I'm not paying away on you, Adam. Hi, I'm a member of the middle classes. Can you help me? Sorry, but I'm writing my novel, which is about 3 generations of my immigrant family. Hi there, I'm a member of the upper classes. Could you give me some service? Give me. And where did you crap. Only at the Class Warfare Shopping Mall, right next to Timothy Leary's Crazy World of LSD. Our prices are psychotic. An RBG, 15 cents a piece of it, $1 million! Timothy Leary's Crazy World of LSD. On tour with Wavy Gravy and Chuck Colson. I had a boy, and I named him Superman. He said to me, "Oh, Daddy, all the kids, they taunted me because my name was Superman, and they thought that was me. So you can name me Bill or John or Joe or anything but Superman." My father's a meat and potatoes man. His head is made of steak, and his arms are made of French fries. And my brother's a garbage man. His head is made of eggshells, and his torso is made of coffee grounds. I like to go to the Kentucky Fried Chicken because my acne begs me to. I'm the wrong hero. And I'm all ears. Kill me. I've never had a normal life. Because I'm all ears and a scratching on my arms. Some people say a few assholes always ruin it for everybody else. I say, everybody else always ruins it for a few assholes. The beloved entertainer Red Stone once said, "Get out of my way or die, Captain America." Or was that the Red Skull? I always mix them up. Shower the people you hate with hate. Shows them the way that you feel. Things will never work out. Barbra Streisand's Superman. Well, Superman's dead. Foreigner, head games.
Jane Fonda's workout record. Hey, didn't you play the prostitute in Clute? I think I'll hang on to this. For her, it wasn't much of a stretch, I must admit. Nat Cole, before he became king. There, I've said it again. Here, don't say it no more. Super hits, as sung by King's Way. Mother, you had me shoes over it is and it fit. I hope you don't mind Jesus Christ, super. I don't know how to talk 3 times or better. Go back to Winchester Cathedral. I'm the wrong hero, and you are beginning to bore me. You make it.
Because you're evil.
Let's hear it for the wrong hero. Okay, there'll be more entertainment later on.
And on your miserable planet, you're probably trying to decide who your next nationally elected leader is going to be. Well, things sure are different on my planet. On my planet, our credit cards yell at us when we've exceeded our credit limit. On my planet, everything is just one long commercial zone. On my planet, people give lessons in remedial listening. On my planet, old people stand around and say how great robot slaves used to be back when they were obedient, back before they had human emotions programmed into them. On my planet, dum-dum bullets collide with smart bombs. On my planet, we have video resumes. On my planet, we have styrofoam houses with bubble-wrapped furniture. On my planet, people stand around and grouse about how good ants and mealy bugs and worms used to taste back before they added all those artificial chemicals and preservatives. On my planet, the roads are made of crushed tires, and you sort of bounce to where you're going. On my planet, people know 100 times as much as those on Earth, but they still can't read a doctor's prescription. On my planet, spices are controlled substances. On my planet,
standardized tests are so easy, they're ignored. On my planet, everybody works 3 jobs, but they also get 3 lunch breaks. On my planet, 3-dimensional holograms have rendered thinking obsolete. On my planet, there's so much research and development that nobody gets anything done. On my planet, farmers have been replaced by electronic scarecrows. On my planet, everybody can program computers, but nobody can read. On my planet, our bathroom scales write prescriptions. On my planet, people worry themselves to death over stress-related illnesses. On my planet, people are teenagers until they're 24. On my planet, the army has been replaced by lawyers. On my planet, we got ward healers, and everybody stands up when they eat. On my planet, we didn't have Teddy Roosevelt. We had John F. Kennedy. On my planet, we didn't have Woodrow Wilson. We had Lyndon Baines Johnson. On my planet, we didn't have Warren G. Harding. We had Richard Nixon. On my planet, we didn't have Calvin Coolidge. We had Ronald Reagan. On my planet, we didn't have Herbert Hoover. We had George Bush. On my planet, we didn't have Harry Truman. We had Thomas Dewey. And you think you got it rough. On my planet, we didn't have Franklin Delano Roosevelt. We had Bill Clinton. Think about it. I'm the wrong hero, here to tell you that politics are just sports for old guys who are too fat to run. That's why an athlete's life ends at 40 and a politician's life begins at 40. Just a little hint. So keep that in mind. The electorate wants physically fit candidates. So they can fight the bureaucracy. Which on my planet is a peculiarly inverted form of democracy. This has been The Wrong Hero, thanking you for listening to my story about my planet.
I'm the Wrong Hero. You are tuned to Cafe Cabaret. In the concluding moments of our show, I would just like to let you know some more rejected titles for some of these Wrong Hero anthologies, some of which might actually be used, so keep your eyes wide open. Let's see, we got Anti-Everything, Trailer Trash, a project I've been working on for a very long time entitled The Lousy American Novel, and I'm hoping to do that real soon. And Criminal World, I would like to do that one very much. Women I Have Loved and the Men Who Loved Them. And we got Psycho High School. And I wanted to do an entire piece on magazines, but I'm not sure that 2 hours talking about magazines would be all that interesting. So I guess magazines will have to wait. And what else do we got? Sports, religion, and drugs. I'm sure that would be a very popular one. The Wrong Hero tells tales for young uns. That's another one I'd like very much to be able to do at some point. And Convoy. You see, it's a pun on convoy. False Squire, a reference to that song, The False Squire on the Road, which might just be a little bit too abstruse. So maybe I won't do that one. Let's see. Love and Hunger, although that sounds an awful lot like a Russian novel. Let's see, what else do we have? Not an awful lot. The Mask of Destiny. Now that's definitely a keeper, and I think I want to do that one.